one day. What? Your girl is trying to be consistent, baby. I'm sleepy. I'm old. I caught myself on Friday night, staying up to 3:20. And then Saturday night, last night, I stayed up to about 12 or 1. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. And when I tell you I'm tired, I'm tired. Like, I feel like I could jump in my bed, wrap myself like a burrito, and drool my life on way into abyss into the next day. That's how sleepy I am. But I wanted to stay consistent, so here's my view or recap for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 2, You Scots Be Lying. Okay, so what can I say about this episode? This episode was a little pickle, a little tickle. Oh, my Lord Jesus. It was a lot. First of all, I'm just going to hit some key points. I'm not even going to stress and talk about the whole episode from beginning to end. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit you with some bullet points. Baby, when I tell you Marsau said, y'all not going to keep calling him Mr. Bad Guy. I'm going to change all of this. I'm going to show y'all this sexiness. I'm about to get in the bathtub and look like a professional Tupac. I don't know, some of y'all who might be my age, a little bit younger or older, remember the Vibe. I think it was the Vibe or the Source. It was one of those magazine cover where Tupac was in a bathtub full of gold and all of that. But Martell had rose petals. That part was just amazing to me. It made me laugh, and I'll get to that in a minute. But what we need to talk about is Stormy. So far, I'm liking Stormy. So far, Stormy is coming to be what we need. She's becoming a truthful person who calls a thing a thing. So Mel goes and talks to Stormy, who has her own hair care products, and I forgot to write down the name of it, but I did look her up. I want to say it's called Frame or something like that. Like, I need to look that up because it's gonna irk me if I do not find it. So hold on one moment. Okay, so I was able to find her and everything, but Stormy has her own hair care products, like I said before, and her business is Canvas Beauty Brand, and it's actually doing quite well. It's in Sally Beauty Supplies, Walmart, CVS, and Target. So shout out to her. That is a great thing to have your own business. That's one thing I do still love about the show, showing the entrepreneurship that's happening. And it's not just from the male's perspective, also females. Seeing female CEOs that are wives and mothers is commendable. I love it. Mel came there as if she was going to a photo shoot. Baby, Mel said, what you gonna do? Get all this goodness. You're going to see all of this. She had her beret on with her Dorothy Dandridge old Hollywood gloves, them leopard gloves. And she had her plum shirt on with the leather pants. Yes, Mel said, what you're not going to do is find me out in the street looking toward from the floor. What you're not going to do. I'm not going to look like what I've been through. She said that. With the bundles. I don't know if I like her with long or short hair. She's like Monica to me. Like, she look good with the short hair. She look good with the long hair. It's like, I don't know which one look better. Like, because when she used to wear the cockatoo with the bang up, I call it the cockatoo, but it looked good on her. I can't wear that haircut. If I do that, I look like my name is Jimmy Earl. It ain't gonna look right on me. I don't. It's not. My face too round for that. It's not. Anywho, so Mel's going to her to talk to her because she is going to go ahead and relaunch or rebrand. She started rebranding, so I take it Mel's going to do a relaunch of her beauty care products, health care, her skincare products. Excuse me, lost my train of thought. So she wanted some advice from her, which is great to see women giving each other advice. Appreciate that. Love that. Um, it's good. This season's gonna be really really messy. I already see that. So Mel is talking to Stormy, and saying that she's gonna have a ladies' night, a pajama party. She want all the ladies to come by. She bought everybody pajamas, and they all gonna look like Stepford wives, where they all match. And that's great. That's wonderful. She said, and what I'm going to do is I'm inviting you, and Destiny's not invited, and nor is Letitia. Okay. And so Storm's like, what do you mean? I get that about Letitia, but what's going on with Destiny? I'm not understanding. So she gave her the whole spill of, yeah, uh, Destiny was talking mess about me. I don't appreciate that. I don't take that. I'm about to scrap girl. I'm about to drag her down. Blah 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 blah. Beep beep. Pa pa pa. Rah rah. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. That was the issue. Okay. Alrighty. To each his own. Again, the story keeps like evolving. Now it was she was down the hall and she heard them from down the hall, and I'm sitting here like they was that loud, causing that much of a disturbance. Neither here or there. Anywho, I don't know if this was from. This might have been because I watched both episodes together. I don't know if this might have been from the first episode or the second. No, this from the second episode, where Stormy said when Mel had mentioned that she was inviting Kimmy and she was inviting Tiffany. And Stormy was like she did not like what Marsau did with the whole picture thing and doing that to Maurice and to Kimmy. Like, that's real shady, which is true. And then Mel saying that she's inviting Tiffany, and I'm not too sure what Tiffany had said to Stormy, but she rubbed Stormy the wrong way. Which, child, I'm not shocked by that. Tiffany's like a cactus, okay? She's like a cactus. She sit through or sandpaper. Like she just rubbed people the wrong way. Like sandpaper, she going against the grain. Like you want to come off as I don't know what you're trying to be the villain. I don't know what she's trying to accomplish, but no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Um like no, I just don't get it. Anywho, Mel goes and meets with Kimmy, and Kimmy and her are talking, and they're talking about this picture again. Like I told y'all in the last video, they're gonna keep talking about this picture. Like I know I forgot to mention this in the last video, that it had got to the point that uh, what's the guy's name? Which way did it go? Lewis. I think that's Tiffany's husband's name. We just gonna go with that. And Martell, when they was working out in last week's episode, was even talking about the picture, and like that was against bro code. So everybody's still talking about this picture. So of course Kimmy and Mel are meeting because Mel said, Kimmy is always there for her when she's feeling down. I always want to check on her. Blah 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 blah. And the thing that gets me is Kimmy's not phased by that like that, like that, like that. She ain't phased like that, like that. I'm watching and everybody's acting like this is the worst thing ever that could have happened, as if it was a picture of him being in a bed with another woman. Yes, he lied and said he wasn't there and he was there. Now we got to find out why he lied. But let's not act to the point that Kimmy's supposed to be in the corner crying, losing her mind. Like, come on now. So she wanted to check on Kimmy and see how Kimmy's feeling. And yeah, Kimmy, and what you really think that's about? Do you think he really cheated? And I love Kimmy to death when I tell you. Kimmy said, I don't know. I can tell you this much: if he did anything he's not supposed to do, I'm not going to tolerate it. And I can tell you this much: what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. I don't have time nor the patience to stress about what might have happened. It will be revealed. I don't need to go searching for it. It will be revealed to me. And she was like, all of that foolishness before we got married, I'm not gonna pay that no mind, blah blah blah. But after that date of such and such, or whenever they had got married, that's when everything took effect. And Mel was like, yeah, I get that, girl, but I mean, y'all was getting a house, and it's Kimmy's marriage. If she wants to ignore what happened before the actual date of marriage, that is up to her. That's her business. That's her business. That's her business. So while they're sitting there eating their lunch, Mel invites Kimmy to I might be getting the other episode mixed up, but oh well. Invited her to the adult woman coming together, dressing like each other, like the Stepford Wives dinner party. I don't know what you call it. Maybe I just don't get out much. But that I'm over that whole thing with the picture. Like, you could tell it's irking my nerve. Oh, it's irking my nerve how much they keep talking about this picture. And this is just the second episode. So we're gonna move on. Okay. We're moving on to Destiny and Martell. Now, let me just say this. I'm confused. How long? So, on one of the episodes from last season or the season before that, might have been last season. Was it last season where Destiny was talking about her divorce or whatever? Well, whenever Destiny came on officially, it was mentioned that she knew Martell first before she knew Mel. And she knew Mel, of course, through Martell because they was married. Then when it was the whole divorce and going through that, it was then still, I know Martell, I was friends with Martell first, and met Mel through Martell. But I'm trying to figure out, like, did they know each other from school, or how long have they known each other? And I asked that because I could be wrong. I feel like Martell is going to use Destiny as a pawn. It's just my thing. Let me call a thing a thing. You are sitting there, you at your photo shoot of sexy man, baby daddy, husband, cheater man. Calendar, whatever you're doing. Okay, and you need baby oil. And you got a photographer there and your manager. But you don't get none of, and a whole production company there. And you knew you were going to have this photo shoot. You wait till you about to hop your big grown self into a bathtub to say you need some baby oil to get your sexiness on, like you Genuine from 1998. So what do? You don't send your manager. No. You're not going to do that. You're not going to ask anybody from the production if they can go get the baby oil. No. No. Why would I do that? When I could just call Destiny, who owns I don't know if she wants to call it a beauty supply, a beauty boutique. But you gonna call her so she can bring you a bottle of baby oil? The woman that you know, her and Mel are not meant, are not vibing right now. Like, you knew that on the reunion, because Destiny said that. So then you call her to bring you baby oil, and she's like, baby oil? What I look like? I ain't bringing no baby. For you to bring your grown self, Destiny, with some baby oil. Now, either Martell is trying to use Destiny as a pawn just to make Mel even more pissed, to just keep picking at her, or the production team got to come up with a better storyline. So she come in with the baby oil, and then they start going back and forth, And she said, I'm not finna put no oil on you. I'm not finna do none of that. Then she tells him how her and Mel ain't vibing. They ain't cool. They ain't this. And she jokes around with him because his new manager that he had for a couple of months, name is Mel. Or Meldina or something. No. Madania is Destiny's beauty symposium. Expo? I don't. Child beauty supply. I can't come up with a different name. And Martell proceeds to say, no, she's the first male. She the top male, or the number one male, or something like that. Boy, stop. 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 Just stop it. Just stop. Just stop. It's like having a hangnail. You keep picking at it and it's bleeding, and you can't figure out why it won't stop bleeding. Just stop picking with it. Just stop. Stop picking with her. Leave her alone. You say things on purpose because you know you're going to get a rise out of her. No, this is the first male, the top male. So the woman that you shared your life with for over 10 years, who gave birth to 4 of your 5 children, was not the top male? Child, please. I can't even. And what was the purpose of even saying that? What was the purpose? Destiny said, I see you got to keep a male in your life as a joke. Whatever. Distasteful joke, but it was still a joke. He could have said, yeah, you know what that, I didn't even think about it like that. But thanks for bringing it. Like, move on, sir. Why you got to be spiteful? Because you know she's going to see the recording. Or if she don't see the actual recording, if y'all not watching it right now, she going to hear that on social media. So, if you're not trying to be spiteful, stop doing things that make you look like you're doing things spiteful. Just can't. I never thought I would say this. Lord knows I'm having a hard time admitting this. But God dang it, I agree with Miss Wanda. Oh, I didn't want to say that. Oh, birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. If you all about the institution of marriage and you appreciate the institution of marriage and what the institution of marriage is supposed to mean to you, especially with you being married, you should not be associating with someone that you know does not have the same views as you on the institution of marriage. Y'all go on trips and the woman just so happened to pop up like a Pop-Tart out of a toaster to Atlanta, Huntsville to Atlanta, and didn't have no prior knowledge. Yeah. And let me break it down to you when I say that Marsau could, when I tell you he should be a goddamn lawyer. Miss Wanda come there, they talk about her having a food truck and they gonna invest it in all of this, and he joking around, I want you to get coffee because that's what women's supposed to do. I guess serve men in general, not just their man, but a woman should serve a man, any man. Yeah, get your life. So of course she starts questioning him about what she's seen, and she was like, have you had an apartment? And I hate to say this, I agree with Marceau. If I had an apartment and I never admitted to it, when asked by my wife, what makes you think I'm going to answer you and give you an answer? Like that was giving what it needed to give. Like, why would I tell you this? And if I ain't tell my wife, like, what sense does that make? Let me tell you where he was slick. I saw that my mama pointed it out to me too. It's Wanda sitting there like, did you have an apartment with him, with Martell, and blah, blah, blah. Marceau said, we have never been anywhere alone together in Huntsville. There's nowhere in Huntsville that we have been together alone. Nowhere in Huntsville. So teacher said, alone who? Me and Martell. We have never been anywhere just one-on-one, me and him, in Huntsville. You made it a point just to say Huntsville. You and him have never in Huntsville. But what about Atlanta? What about DC? Louisiana? Essence Fest? Why do you have to use the key word in Huntsville? And then it's amazing to me that y'all been friends for this long, that you two have never conversated by yourselves anywhere in Huntsville at any point. At any point, there's always been an entourage. You and him never went to lunch together. Y'all used to, if I'm not mistaken, was in business together, because Salt, the SHOLT, is the name of his development business, and that's supposed to be Scott and Holt together. But then the Scott left of that business, but the name still stayed the same. Not one time, not ever in your entire life have y'all been together alone, sir. That don't make sense. I smell boo boo. It stank. Miss Wanda, I didn't agree with this when she said, anytime anybody put anything online, I believe everything they say. Child, they still walking around talking about Elvis is alive, Prince ain't dead, Michael Jackson is alive, and Tupac is over in Brazil. Anytime somebody put anything on social media, you don't believe everything they say. Child, please. I'm like, get it together. Tisha just sitting there, just as normal, mute, not saying nothing. Just like a dead cold fish. Just, my mama talking for me. I ain't gonna say that. I'm just gonna sit right here and listen to what my mama got to say. I'm gonna listen to my husband keep talking in circles like he is on a track field. This man just doing this. His questions. He get the questions. Here's his answers. You sit there and say, oh, Marceau, how's the day going? Well, how else would it go? Because it's a Sunday. You know, every time there is a Sunday, you know, that's a day that you should be there. Sir, what? Like, that's how his answers be. You be like, what? What the hell? What? Like, just, I can't with them. I can't with them. I can't with them. Last but not least, we're going to talk about this pajama party. Okay? I don't understand the purpose of the pajama party. Well, they need to film. They need to film. That's what it is. They need to film. Kimmy comes there, and Stormy's there. Tiffany's going to be there. Tiffany makes my ovaries itch. I was like, oh, God, I can't with her. She was sitting there. Of course, she's the victim, because at the reunion, Kimmy was coming for her. Kimmy came, and I just didn't understand where it came from. Like, I thought we was good. First of all, you came on the first episode that you was on, or that they taped, or that they released of you being the first time, coming and mentioning her child, her stepchild, her bonus child, whatever she wants to call him, and putting out his business in the middle of the street. After the woman greeted you and said, hello, oh, by the way, I know something about what's going on inside your household that you don't know. Then you want to sit there and say she was coming for you? Child, I can't with the people that's making themselves a victim. I can't. Neither here and there, they had a BS conversation that don't nobody care about. Don't nobody care about that conversation. I don't care if nobody's friends with Tiffany. I really don't care. I don't like her. She irks me. Like I said, she make my ovaries itch. So they had that little conversation. I'm gonna say the best part for last. Then the next part was because that whole thing with the whole she worked for the Chamber of Commerce, but that was 5 years ago, and all that other nonsense, blah blah blah. Look here, that's how Mel introduced you. She said you work for the Chambers of Commerce. She didn't say you used to. She said she works at the Chamber of Commerce. So when somebody say work there, they're going to think present time, current, not in the past tense aspect. Okay. So Stormy gets over this. Stormy had already said that Tiffany is slick with the mouth and all of that. So Stormy is sitting there having a conversation. She's like, hey, what y'all talking about? Blah, 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 blah. Kimmy calling the thing a thing. She said, yeah, she had an issue with the way I was talking to her at the reunion, how I was gathering her and all of this stuff. And I was just saying, hey, I was told that she got fired for the Chambers of Commerce. They asked us, hey, do we know anything about Tiffany and Lewis that they wasn't sharing? And I shared my part. But just like everybody else shared a part, she want to come and talk to me about my one little part that I shared. Everybody else said something, but she want to come to me. And Stormy agreed. She was like, hey, it said you was introduced that you work at Chambers of Commerce, not that you used to work or any of that in that capacity or anything like that. And then in true Tiffany fashion, instead of just saying, yeah, that was incorrect, like, no. That's where Mel met me. Okay, could have left it at that. She was like, look, it's just like when someone asks you something about something that you did, blah, 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 in your past, like when you was 12. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, who goes back and asks people this? Stormy's like, don't do that. Don't get smart mouth, tongue it. Just don't do that. Like, why you can't just answer the simple question or receive what I'm saying to you? Why you gotta come flip it out the mouth? See, that's what I'm talking about with Tiffany. She just can't. That mouth and that tongue just flip and split. Child, I cannot. That's why I said I don't need to be on reality show, because I would be cussing her out. I'll be like, what? Ain't nobody asked you. Look here. Tiff Ernie. I can give a flying flute if you worked at the Chamber of Commerce. What you're not going to do is talk to me condescendingly like I ain't got no common sense, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that, because you can get all this work, okay? Because you are filling out this application to get all this work. You about to get hired to get all of this work. The last part. This is where, and I love Mel, but this is where the messiness is going to start irking my last nerve. You sat here and you talked cash crazy about how you felt about Tisha and Destiny, so-called talking cash crazy about you. So what you do, you don't invite them, but you invite Tisha's cousin, Messy. Then Tisha's cousin accepts said invitation, Messy Boots. Then y'all proceed to sit there, not in her presence, talk about her. And then her cousin gonna talk about her. This same cousin who gave that came and approached Kimmy, confronted Kimmy about Kimmy talking about Tisha, with everything Kimmy said about Tisha, she said to Tisha's face. She didn't mince words. She didn't hold back. She didn't bite her tongue. She didn't sit here and wasn't her being two-faced. Everything she said to her. But you gonna sit here because you want some camera time as a cousin, and sit there and proceed to talk about your cousin that she was questioning her marriage to a woman that you know they are not getting along. Ooh, this is grimy and dirty. And then bring up the picture again. And sit there and give their opinion that they think it was messy. And Marceau was not trying to make it something humorous. It was something malicious. And I agree with Stormy. She was like, that's nothing funny. That was something malicious. And Mel like, yeah, till you want to believe it, Kimmy. Like, he did it on purpose. Like, I don't understand why he would do that. Like, I don't like that. My Mel voice is terrible. I know. But what's terrible is seeing y'all be this messy. And seeing Tisha's opportunist cousin. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She's an opportunist. Because just last season, she was singing her praises all the way to the beginning like she was one of the freaking members of the mass choir, just boasting about her cousin and jumping in Kimmy's face, taking her place as her cousin / almost like a sister. You know what you done did to my cousin, how you make her feel, for you to sit here in another woman's house that you and your cousin is not getting along with. to sit there and gossip about your sister, your cousin. Girl, you's a dirty bird. You's a dirty bird. Now I want to see if Tisha gonna give this cousin as much hell she gave Kimmy for Kimmy not backing her up. And like Kimmy said, you're not gonna sit here and invite her, but you're gonna sit here and have a conversation with her. This is messy. This is messy. I didn't come here for this. Don't nobody got time. We're too grown for this. But that's my recap from episode 2. Episode 3 appears that it's going to be good. They still going to be talking about this picture. They still going to be talking about this picture. I think this whole season they're going to talk about this picture. Because basically that's the only storyline. Because the other woman, because I'm not going to diminish her and call her a side piece or coleslaw, has already did interviews, has done postings, have done videos and all of that. So there's no real storyline with that because everybody's sick and tired of her at this point. Sick and tired of her. So this picture gonna be the backdrop. And we just on episode 2 and I'm already tired of this daggone picture. It could be because the picture came out some time ago. So it was a whole big thing on social media, and now to rehash it again, I'm like, I don't care about this picture. It just shows them at a nightclub. It don't show no middle linebacker, nothing like that. So, but I can't wait. I can't wait because Maurice tried to get Marsau together last week when he brought up the whole rumors with the babies and stuff, and Tisha didn't like that. But it's like, Tisha, you don't like that, but you think it's okay that they coming at Maurice as if he's cheated? And now Jalen had to ask his parents, essentially, are y'all okay? Have you ever cheated on my mom? Like, who wants to deal with that? Who wants to do that? He's looking at the comments and everything, and he's like, yeah, you said you wasn't there, but then this picture come up and said you was. So who wants to deal with all of that? I just want to get better. But one thing I do know, I thank you all for watching this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll check you later.